We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Tyla continues to tease her new song, Kiss, that Cardi B is supposed to be on. The snippet sounds okay, but I fear that, I don't know, I feel like Tyla, she's not going in the right direction. Something is off. I feel like when she dropped Chanel, she was heading into the right direction. I even like the direction she was going in with the Zara Larsson collaboration. But I feel like getting a Cardi B collaboration is not really super smart right now. Because at the end of the day, nobody's checking for Cardi B musically. It would make logical sense if she did something with Ira Star. Okay, even though there's like heavy competition there. You know, allegedly she got another collaboration with Doja Cat, but doing a collaboration with Cardi B when you did one last year and it did nothing doesn't logically make sense. It's like you're setting yourself up for failure, if that makes sense. You know, it's like, okay, I flopped already with you, I'm gonna flop again. And I get it, they probably did a swap, but I wouldn't even put the song on the album since the last collaboration they didn't do well. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I don't think Tyla's going in the right direction. Now, fans are saying that Rihanna is clowning Nicki Minaj. As we know, she was brought out by Camel Face at the Yankee Stadium, where he performed with Beyonce, Pharrell, and several other major artists. Now, fans are talking about the fact that, you know, Rihanna, she was dancing to FL0P. Nicki Minaj posted that and said that she wanted Rihanna on the Gag City Deluxe. Rihanna obviously did not fulfill that request. And a lot of people are saying that Rihanna probably was laughing her ass off when that schizophrenic posted this. Wow. Okay, so a lot of people are saying that Rihanna does not fuck with Nicki Minaj, and it was proven yesterday. Now, I think people got to understand that Camel Face signed Rihanna. Okay, he's about to buy 50% of Fenty Beauty. Rihanna doesn't have control over her own career. And it's not shade. Okay, it don't matter if she took a 10-year hiatus to have 3 kids with ASAP the colorist. She doesn't have control over her own career, and it's evident. If she had control over her own career, Camel Face would not be buying her company. Okay, that'd be one. Number 2, she wouldn't have to force herself or be forced to go to the Yankee Stadium and perform Bitch Better Have My Money after years of not performing. Okay, so the first time you pop out, and God knows how long is at Camel Face's Yankee Stadium, he told your ass to get up on that stage. And just like he's telling her, she better drop the album. Okay, he's telling everybody at Rock Nation it's time to get back to work. He ain't dropped an album in, I think, like 10 years as well. So he's like, you know, if I gotta drop an album, so do you, Rihanna. Okay, but to me, it's evident that Rihanna doesn't fully have control over her career, and she has to listen to Camel Face. I don't think it's a bad thing, because he did sign Rihanna, and he helped make Rihanna. Let's be very clear. He helped make Rihanna. He gave her a push when she was on Def Jam. You know, he's helped her image. He's given her several collaborations. So it's evident that he played a major part. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not shocked by her loyalty towards Camel Face. She's going to be loyal to him because of everything he's done for her. Versus her relationship with Nicki might not be as strong. Okay? But, you know, in the industry, you do have to have alliances. There are teams and there are people that will take sides. And I'm sure Nicki Minaj knows that. Now, some fans were not happy about Rihanna going up on stage with Camel Face, especially since he's been dissing and threatening, you know, Champagne Thickums and Nicki Minaj. A fan said, Rihanna, no excuses. Stop feeling sympathy for her. She's a grown woman. She knows what she's doing. She re-signed to Devil Nation for distribution by Choice this year. Barb's need to boycott her music. If you don't, you're putting money directly into Devil Nation and Camel Face's pockets. So let me know if you guys will be boycotting Rihanna's music since she re-signed to Devil Nation for distribution. In my opinion, I feel like, well, she always was signed to Devil Nation. Even when, Nicki Minaj was shouting her out, she still was signed to Devil Nation. I don't understand why y'all would just now boycott when she's always worked with Camel Face. What's the difference? I don't get that. And when Rihanna drops new music, everybody gonna tune in. Whether you like Rihanna or not, you still gonna tune in. Now, Megan Thee Stallion announced that she will not be posting anymore until she's about to release music or make a music announcement. She is currently going on hiatus. Let me know how y'all feel about that. And allegedly, Glorilla's team wants to release music around the same time as Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Because they believe that it would cause controversy, or, people would, go back between both songs and compare it, which, always happens in rap in general, but it will increase the streams. In my opinion, I don't think Glorilla should do that, because I think Megan, she's gonna annihilate her when it comes to bars. But I think Glorilla probably gonna have a hit on her hands. I think Megan gonna have a hit with a collaboration, not by herself though. Because one thing I notice about Megan Thee Stallion, and I feel like her collaborations are better than her solo music. But that's just me. I feel like a lot of her collaborations, like the Savage remix, WAP, those are the songs that stick. You know what I'm saying? When she do solo music, it don't stick as much. Now, moving on from that, Beyonce's Morning Dew Donk received more streams than Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2, multiplied by 4. The album received just 377,000 yesterday, and fans of Nicki Minaj said it wouldn't chart anywhere. But Morning Dew did 1.6 million in streams, okay? While Pink Friday 2 did 1.5. Well, it actually didn't do 1.5, but it would have done 1.5 if you times it by 4. But here's the thing. I don't know why Beyonce fans be so obsessed with Nicki Minaj. I get it, she does Camel Face, but she really hasn't went in on Beyonce. And I don't know. Is Beyonce getting payola? I'm wondering why this song is doing so well. In my opinion, I don't feel like that song is that great for it to be doing these types of numbers. So I wonder if some payola is involved, because I like Beyonce's music, but I don't like this song in particular. I don't know why. I just don't like it. But this is very interesting. I think that the only reason why people are comparing Beyonce to Nicki Minaj is because the fans don't want to compare Beyonce to Taylor Swift. I mean, that's really who you should be comparing to, Adele and Taylor. Why are you comparing her to a rapper? Rappers never do the same type of numbers as pop stars all the time. Maybe once in a blue moon, but not all the time. I feel like y'all need to compare Beyonce to Taylor, because at the end of the day, Taylor has surpassed Beyonce in streams and album sales for decades. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Now, Morning Dew did debut at number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Let me know if this is a bop or flop. I think that this is a bop. It's not a flop because she didn't really promote it, even though I do think that some payola might have been involved, but that's just my opinion. But she didn't really promote it, and the song came out on the 4th of July. So we do got to give her 10s for that, okay? Because if anybody else would have dropped, it would have flopped. So, we do got to give Beyonce her 10s for this. And let me know if you guys think that this song could possibly go number 1 eventually on the Hot 100 chart. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, as we know, Camel Face brought out Nas, who he has had several public beefs with, out at the Yankee Stadium. A lot of people think that this could happen with Kendrick Lamar and Drake in 2045. Okay? Let me know how y'all feel about that. Okay, that's 20 years basically from now. I don't see Kendrick really fucking with Drake because Kendrick declined Drake's olive branch to hop on first person shooter back in 2024. He was supposed to be on first person shooter with J. Cole and Drake, and he declined. Okay? And that's not the first time that Drake has extended an olive branch towards Kendrick. So I can't really see Drake extending an olive branch towards Kendrick anymore, especially after he already sued Universal because of Not Like Us and Kendrick calling him a pedo. I can't really see them coming back from that. Even though I do think if they ever did anything like that, it would break the internet. And, if they did a collaboration, it would easily go number one. They don't really need each other to go number one, though. Camel Face making up with Nas now is very convenient because Camel Face musically is washed up. So is Nas, but it's not like Camel Face can drop a song and go top 10 number one. Okay? Not saying that he wants to, but Camel Face is washed up now. That's why he needed all them guests. Let's be very clear. He had to invite everybody, Tiana, Rihanna, Beyonce, because if he did a show completely by himself, it would have been a snooze fest. It would have been a bore, okay, because he can't dance. He's not going to have background dancers. You're just going to be huffing and puffing over a mic, dissing Nicki Minaj, Drake, and all his other ops. So at the end of the day, he's washed up. He needs other people to, give him a cosign or, align themselves with him. Drake and Kendrick don't need to do that, okay? They can stand alone. Kendrick Lamar, I saw him perform by himself. He had dancers, but he performed by himself. He didn't have no guest appearance other than, SZA, who was a co-headliner. But at the end of the day, he didn't need 50 people for a stadium show. Jay-Z done brung out so many fucking people, you would have thought it was the fucking Super Bowl. I'm like, is this the Super Bowl? Why are you bringing out so many people? What, I thought this was supposed to be the 30th anniversary for your album. I understand you had collaborations, but it sounds like to me that you need other people to make your show good. That's what it given. He needed Beyonce, he needed Tiana, he needed Usher, Swiss Beats, Eminem to make the show good. Because if he stood on stage by himself with a mic, people would have started falling asleep. That's what it was given. He cannot stand alone, and it's clear as day. Now, Kanye allegedly posts some fire emojis underneath a post that was showing the Camel Face concert, like pictures of, what happened at the Yankee Stadium when Camel Face performed. A lot of fans are saying that he probably wished he could have been there, but in my opinion, I think Kanye is only doing that because he realized that he wasn't bigger than Camel Face or the program like he thought he was. And I mean by like power, not necessarily musically. Like Kanye always has been a better artist, but you never had more power than him. And when he was calling Camel Face's children the R word, he kind of ruined any chance for reconciliation. He ruined any chance once you start talking about his children unprovoked. It's not like Camel Face said anything about his children, even though he probably could. Okay, because Northwest is performing all around the world with no talent. Okay, not saying Blue Ivy, Stevie Wonder, or Beyonce, but North ain't no better. But the point of the matter is, I think he probably regrets going in on Camel Face unprovoked, right? I know that Camel Face and, Beyonce do shady things behind the scenes, but I really don't think Kanye had any reason to say anything about their children. And I think that ultimately is the reason why Camel Face will never be cool with Kanye. Will never be cool with him ever again. It don't matter what he does. He can post the fire emojis. He can apologize behind the scenes like allegedly he has done. But once you start talking about people's children, you might as well just kiss that relationship goodbye. That's basically what he needs to do. But let me know how y'all feel about it. I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day.